You are now watching the Queen Chioma.
So hey guys, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another unpopular opinions video featuring your boy Derrius. We are well aware that the last one was probably the most triggering one that we did. I didn't even expect it to be that triggering. That's why it's called an unpopular opinion. You don't have to agree. None of these are facts. It is strictly opinions, okay? If you don't know what an opinion is,
we can put the definition
we will put the definition right here just in case you need a refresher. So with that being said, Derrius, go ahead and introduce yourself, your channel, what you do.
What's up? I'm Derrius. For the new people out there, I do commentary, I do reactions, talk about social issues. My name is UNCLEDRRENT. Period.
So you guys already know how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna start and we're gonna rally, go back and forth, give each other our opinions on each of our opinions. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Unpopular opinion number one for me is a girl calling a man a nigga is not equivalent to a man calling a girl a bitch. I feel like a lot of guys often say like, oh, but y'all call each other bitches, or y'all call me a nigga. It's not the same thing. When a man calls a woman a bitch, you're probably trying to offend her. If I say, man, come on, nigga, I'm not trying to offend you at all. Like, that's just context. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, people came for me because I told someone to unsubscribe, bitch, unsubscribe.
I mean, as a man, I wouldn't have said that at all, just off the strength that I already know how they're gonna take it. Even though we're not trying to be offensive, but that's just how it's gonna be taken.
Yeah,
so.
If you watch Choice TV, you understand what I was saying. But yeah, I definitely agree. I think if you say bitch, is more to it.
There's a lot more oomph, yeah.
Than saying nigga, because nigga mean like, oh, my nigga. But like, even bitch can make my bitch, but it can still, it's still a difference.
I feel like context, most of the time, saying the word bitch is like not a nice thing.
Yeah. More black athletes, I mean like the 5-star, 4-star athletes need to start going to HBCUs.
Tell them why.
If all of our great black athletes went to HBCUs, we will run this shit.
That could be a way for black people to come together because in America, we do need to come together as black people. There's a lot of division diaspora-wise, but within America as well, we have a lot of division too as black people.
And I think that will put a more of attraction to HBCUs to come to, especially if you have a 5-star athlete, more money going into the school, more people gonna come to the basketball games instead of feeding these white institutions all the money that the athletes never get back. Why not go to HBCU?
It's a way to fund the schools better because HBCUs, a lot of the times the problem is either lack of funding, or even if they do have funding, their resources or the allocation of their money can't always go to certain things such as sports, because not all of those sports are Division I or whatever, all the big football, basketball schools. So I think that is a good idea. My next one is re-wearing eyelashes is kind of nasty. Now, I know you don't wear lashes, but I kind of feel like I never wear lashes twice. Actually, I just don't do that. Like, I stopped doing that like 2 years ago. I kind of feel like it's a little bit nasty. I mean, you can cleanse them, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's unhygienic, but to me, I personally just don't feel like it's right to wear lashes twice. But I buy lashes in bulk, so that's why I probably never wear them twice. If you're wondering where these lashes are from, it is black owned. I will definitely link it down below. Shout out to my girl Samia, Prosperity Cosmetics. I will definitely let you guys know it in the description box.
My next unpopular opinion is I will only support good businesses. Just because it's a black owned business doesn't mean I have to support you.
Period.
Because your
unprofessionalism
make me not want to shop the fuck there. And I will spend my money elsewhere.
Regardless of race.
Exactly. Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to support a black owned business. Yes, it's good.
It is good.
Don't try to pressure someone to buy your products or whatever just because they're black.
I feel like when it comes to business, take race out of it. Keep it all business, such as professionalism, quality, quantity, and all of those things. Race does not have to matter in business. It does a lot, but it does not have to matter. And I feel like there's a lot of black owned businesses that operate off the, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, which is great. But if I'm going to scratch your back, come to me with quality and professionalism. Same thing goes for a white company, because I boycotted a lot of white companies just off the strength that it's a no. And if you're still shopping at Fashion Nova, which is not black owned, you need to do something about that, because Fashion Nova, no. Anyway.
Exactly. My next unpopular opinion is in college, it's a good time to be a hoe. Especially.
Go ahead, explain.
Especially your first 2 years of college. Because I don't owe any loyalty to you. None. I'm here for a good time, not a long. So I'm going party, I'm going do you know who. I'm going to do whatever. It's my fucking life, especially them first 2 years. Do you. Date. Fuck. You can penetrate the pretty pink pussy with your pulsing piping penis.
Hold on. Penetrate the pretty pink pussy with the pulsing piping penis. You gotta let them know. Period. I agree. Just be safe. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Just be safe. I won't knock a girl if she hoeing around and she got a 4.0. Not gonna complain.
Yeah, because that's what you're here for, 4.0.
Exactly. As long as you get that degree, get that paper in the mail, I can't be mad.
I'm still waiting on my diploma. They haven't sent me one.
I will personally start dating your junior, senior year while you pretty much found yourself in college and whatever.
The thing is, with my audience, they're gonna be like, oh my God, women should have respect for themselves. But then in the same breath, they'll say like, oh, women should be able to do whatever they want. But then when a woman does what they want, you're still gonna chastise them for being a hoe. I granted you weren't talking strictly about women, you're talking about just college students in general, but I feel like now, yeah, those first 2 years of college, or at least the first one, is your time to experiment. Figure out what you like. You don't owe nobody anything. You're not tied down to anybody. Chances are your high school relationship is over with.
Done.
It's probably not gonna last. Mine didn't. It was over with. Like literally within the first 3 weeks of college, it was over. So I mean, I'm not saying you have to go out here and be with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, but you can definitely date. Like you can definitely do you, especially that first year, like you said. Okay, so my next one says, going out to the bar for drinks is not fun. And I say this because I feel like in college there's this thing where, oh, let's go out to the bar, let's go out for drinks. Can I buy you a drink? No, I don't think going out to the bar, I'm not saying drinking isn't fun, even though I don't drink, I think drinking is not really all that. But going out to the bar to me is not a fun excursion. That's just my unpopular opinion.
My next unpopular opinion is cheating is not part of ups and downs of a relationship.
That's a popular opinion, but we're gonna put it in here, because go ahead.
It's not. Once you cheat, I'm out. There is no going. I don't believe in them relationship remixes. Act the fuck up. Once you cheat, once your pretty pink pussy penetrate that pulsing piping penis, or that pulsing piping penis penetrate that pretty pink pussy, it's done.
Pop off! Pop off!
Period.
You feel me? Period,
poo.
And guess what? Y'all heard it here first. Don't ever get nowhere else to hear pretty pink pussy penetrating a pulsing piping penis and think you ain't hear it from over here. That's just that. Even though that is a popular opinion, I feel like most people can agree with us and say that cheating is not part of the up and downs. There are people that think that that's the case. Now, granted, if your man cheats once, shit, if you take him back and he really changed, then kudos to y'all. I'm glad that happened. But in most cases, that doesn't happen. It's not necessarily once a cheater, always a cheater. It's once a cheater, always a cheater to you, because he's gonna keep doing it to you because he can get away with it. He may not do it to the next girl, but that's not up and downs. A guy has never cheated on me and then got a second chance. Like, my next one says the shade room teens is actually worse than the actual shade room. I feel like the shade room teens is more, I think they post like the cuss words. They don't really filter their content in terms of like making it user friendly or whatever. I think the shade room teens is actually way worse than the shade room regular. And the shade room teens actually gives you sometimes more tea about things to talk about that's relatable to young people, obviously, than the shade room. That's the only reason why I follow them, because before they usually post like YouTubers and like, I guess like rappers, baby mama, shit like stuff like that, models. People I really don't know, like they post people all the time. I'm like, who is this? Like, who are these people? Like,
all tea, all shade.
Yeah, that's better than the shade room.
That's better, to be honest, better than the shade room.
To be honest, Hollywood Unlocked is low key better than the shade room. They're faster than the shade room.
To be honest, Cardi B is an entertainer, not a rapper.
Period.
No, she's not a rapper.
You don't even have to develop that one. I think we know.
I can put Drake in that category. If you don't write your music, you're not a rapper, you're not an artist, you're an entertainer.
To be honest, just to piggyback off of that, I feel like with Cardi B, the reason why she really isn't a rapper is because any rapper knows that within your contract, you're gonna keep producing more music and content. Where is Cardi B's new songs? Like literally, I have not heard her on the radio with a new song in probably almost a year now. City Girls just dropped their album. Shout out to the City Girls. I loved it. I thought it was popping. I'm jamming in the car. You feel me? I like City Girls. But Cardi B, like, where's she been at? And granted, you know, I don't really rock with her in the way how she like operates, but I will still listen to her music and I will like some certain songs, and I haven't heard not anything. But yeah, she's an entertainer. I don't consider her a rapper. Now she's trying to be an activist. I mean, it's good that she's using her platform for that. I think that's commendable. but I wouldn't take her serious, like, at all. My next one says, Haribo gummy bears are trash. I don't know why they're voted the best gummy bears. They're hard, they're not that good, and you can get better gummy bears at the gas station. And the only reason why I'm even saying this one is because anyone that knows me knows that I'm a gummy enthusiast. I like gummy bears, gummy worms, anything gummy, I'll eat it.
My next unpopular opinion is women should not propose to men.
Oh, that's a popular opinion.
That's the fuck off. I would rather sweep the desert with a toothbrush before I have a woman propose to me.
And I would rather sweep the beach with a makeup brush before I have to propose to a man. No, I'm not doing that.
I'm sick of this. Make traditions keep going. Stop changing all these goddamn traditions.
Yeah.
No.
Contemporary stuff is just like, it's to each their own, but no. Mm-hmm. Because no. You want to know why? Because no.
Exactly. Absolutely not.
My next one says, vlogs are boring. A lot of these YouTubers live a boring ass life. Like, I can't even watch vlogs anymore because I'm like, yo, you are so boring. Or what you're doing is at least not entertaining. People ask me, oh, why don't you just do like a day in the life of Chioma? Sweetie, it's quarantine. I don't do anything but sit home, eat, get on YouTube, watch Netflix, and hang out with my boo thing. All day, every day. That's all I really ever do, for real. That's not entertainment. You're literally gonna be bored watching me. I think vlogs, for the most part, be boring.
Boring as hell. And I can't really watch the big channel vlogs. I'd rather watch the small YouTuber.
Because they post anything.
Exactly. I'd rather watch the small YouTuber vlogs because I feel like they put real shit. It just feels cringy walking around with the camera and you're talking to yourself. It's just into me. Oh, this is gonna be triggering.
Go ahead.
Especially these fans. If Aaliyah was alive today, she would be bigger than Beyonce, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, all of them combined, if Aaliyah was still alive with us today. Because Aaliyah, when she was alive, she didn't even reach her full potential. If she would have died at 21, she would have been way bigger than Beyonce. And I mean that shit. I said what I said, I meant what I said, and I'll say it again louder, period, point, motherfucking blank.
I don't want to say I disagree, but in one of my other videos, I said that I feel like Ella Mai had a better singing voice than Aaliyah, and people drag me, even though I still stand by that. I just feel like Aaliyah was versatile in so many different ways: singing, dancing, acting, fashion, makeup, all of that. But in terms of her singing voice was good. I just feel like Ella Mai's music sounded better. But I say this to say, I feel like they would have eventually done her dirty, because at one point Ashanti was supposed to be the biggest thing ever, and look what happened to Ashanti. So I feel like she would have been like an Ashanti. I don't feel like her presence in the way how she wanted to do things, I don't know if it was due to her age or just her personality, but she was kind of like a low-key type of individual, if you ask me. We would never know. This was gonna trigger some girls, oh well. Mine says, rings are not an accessory and should only be worn if you're engaged, married, or for special events only. And I say this to say, I see a lot of girls love to wear like rings and stuff on their fingers. I never wear rings. I feel like you should only wear a ring if you're married. And I know it's like, Chioma, what are you talking about? Like, that doesn't make no sense, but that's just how I feel. Girls wear it as an accessory. I don't like it as an accessory.
I don't wear no type of jewelry on me. I even hate wearing watches. Shit, I even hate wearing wristbands on my wrist. Like, you will never see me with jewelry on. An open relationship is for the birds.
The narrative is being pushed
heavily, and I'm seeing like more and more big celebrity couples being in these open relationships.
Yep.
Not
we know what
for
the
me.
fuck going
I
on.
am too crazy and too motherfucking toxic to be sharing somebody.
Oh, at least you are this.
I am selfish as fuck.
I'm not sharing.
I'm not sharing with nobody, and I mean that shit.
And I'm definitely not sharing like openly. Like, there's some people, you know, like celebrities do crazy things, so they'll do like threesomes and whatnot to willingly be like, okay, I'm dating Derrius, and there's another girl who's also dating Derrius, and we're all in the know. Hell no.
Hell no.
My next one says, asking the question, what are you, in most cases is not offensive. I feel like people are genuinely curious when they say, what are you? And people say like, oh, she's so offensive, like ah. But like, I feel like it's just people really being like looking at you and saying, wow, you have a different look that's good or ambiguous, and asking what are you to me is not really offensive. Like people ask me, they'll hear my name and they say like, oh, what are you? Like, what is that? And I never take offense. I mean, it's different when it's based on your looks, but I mean, even my name is something different when people usually meet me. I don't take it offensive.
Like,
people ask me that all my life.
I will consider it being like unique or whatever.
Yeah.
The YouTubers Carmen and Corey is the next coming of the Prince family. They nut asses. I hate.
I don't know who this is.
Carmen and Corey, they are probably the most problematic outside of Stomach Fluke Damien and Bianca Frog Face asshole.
Oh my god.
They're probably the most problematic YouTube couple on YouTube. Corey be cheating on her 10,000 motherfucking times.
Oh wait, are you talking about the one with the big teeth and like he had that accent?
Glasses,
oh, I don't watch them. I never did, but yeah, they kind of weird. I be seeing them on the Shade Room teams.
I used to like them.
We used to like every YouTube couple, and then everybody just turned out to be young and dumb as hell. Like my next one actually says, YouTube will be at its lowest in the next 1 or 2 years. I say this because YouTube is really going downhill. YouTube lets a lot of things slide that they shouldn't let slide, or they'll flag, or they'll demonetize certain content that actually needs to be said. And I feel like eventually people are going to catch on, and somehow YouTube is going to get developed into something that people don't even want to create content on until they fix all their internal issues. We should make a black YouTube.
It is a black YouTube. It's called The Black Tube. I already posted a video on there. It's not that bad. Me personally, I think the black like content creators on YouTube are one of the best on YouTube.
I think so too, and I don't think we make enough. I don't think we get enough recognition. I don't think we get enough promotion.
Exactly.
Like I said a tweet the other day, I was like, black commentators on YouTube have a lot more influence on like the media or just like the younger generation than like a lot of other traditional means of having influence. And I feel like black YouTubers need to be a lot of bit more appreciated. And if they're not, YouTube is gonna go downhill in the next 1 or 2 years.
Exactly. Going to an all-white party, it's not that bad. It's not.
Go ahead and tell them security.
It's not, because like white people, they know how to party. They don't come with the nut shit.
You know, you're right. Go ahead.
It's no strolling at a white party. You don't have to get the fuck out of the way because bitches and niggas want to stroll and shit. Like no, like
you don't have to do that anyway.
You really don't. You don't have to get out the fucking way. I wish a nigga would push you.
Trust me, how many fights I've seen in college pop off because Greeks were strolling and they thought they had the right of way when no, you don't. Like move to the side. No. The whole side. I feel like it's the respectful thing to do as a Greek. Like just stroll where people aren't at.
Exactly.
But anyway.
And plus like people don't come with intentions to fight there. Like literally every black party ends with a fight. And they get shot up, but they're not really about it.
I done seen fights, stabbing. I done heard shootings. I don't know if people really got shot now. Yeah. Police, mace, tase. I done seen it all in 5 years of college. But I guarantee you this. I've gone to like 2 white parties. There was none of that. It was just straight fun, turn up, get drunk.
You might come across like a really, really drunk ass white person. But seeing drunk white people are funny as fuck.
It's funny. It's actually funny. Hilarious.
It's hilarious.
My next one says, posting your mother on Father's Day is actually dumb and insensitive. I feel like that is the worst thing that you could even do. Like, so you're gonna tell me it's Father's Day. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't have a father in their life, but you're gonna take it upon yourself to post your mother on Father's Day because she played both roles. She had her day, okay? Post her on Mother's Day, her birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas. Those are for family. That's when you can post your mom. On a day that is designated for fathers, posting your mother to me is very insensitive. Like, I hate when people do that. Like, don't do that.
Yeah,
because the people that actually grow up with fathers, they want to appreciate your father.
Exactly. I just think it's just very disrespectful, inconsiderate to all the good fathers out there that actually there for their kids and stuff. Yeah. Mother's Day get their day, Father's Day get their day.
My next one is probably going to be the most triggering one. And I'm fully prepared for people to take this out of context. I'm fully prepared for people to drag me. I already know what comes with being on this platform. But it says, Kendall Jenner did not deserve all that flack for her Pepsi commercial. Now let me explain why. I feel like Kendall Jenner was hired for a job and to do a job as a model. Granted, that commercial, the Pepsi commercial, was very insensitive to race here in America, police relationships towards black people, very insensitive, very wrong. But I don't think she deserved the flack. Pepsi Hell yes. Pepsi deserved to be dragged by the aluminum tips on their cans of soda. I understand why she was dragged, but I don't think she deserved all that flack because essentially she was hired for a job. She did a job. Was it a lapse of judgment on her behalf? Yes, but I don't think she should have been dragged the way how she was. Pepsi almost kind of got off scotch-free when they tried to cancel Kendall Jenner, but I don't think she deserved that type of flack. Pepsi for sure, because they were in the wrong for sure.
You do not have to sell drugs, become a stripper, or become a rapper or an athlete to get out the hood or get by. I'm sick of these low standards, especially when it comes to black people, of you have to sell drugs, become a stripper, become a rapper, be an athlete just to make it. We can do so many things.
We're very capable
in this world. We especially black people, we need more doctors, lawyers, teachers, nurses,
even things that don't require even things that don't require, like, those all require degrees. Just to get an apprenticeship or just to get a trade, we need a lot more plumbers, we need a lot more mechanics, things like that.
Electricians.
Electricians, things that you don't even need a degree for. Like, I feel like there's this whole, like, oh, the only thing we can do is be at the bottom and, you know, be from the hood and be a rapper, an athlete, a stripper, or some form of famous person, when there's so many other options. Now, granted, are the resources always that available to make it easy? No, I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm just saying there's so many other things that black people can and are doing, and I feel like that should be encouraged. I agree. I really agree with that one. That's so true. My next one says the song Gas Pedal by Sage the Gemini was better than the song Red Nose. Now, I know people not gonna agree with me, but I think Gas Pedal was a better song than Red Nose. Red Nose got like all this hype because it had that weak ass dance on Vine. Shout out to Vine, rest in peace, Vine. But I think Gas Pedal was a better song. Sage the Gemini, where you at? We want to hear some more
exactly.
music.
Like, he literally dropped them 2 songs. Actually, dropped 3 because he made
Panoramic.
Yeah. To be honest, Panoramic is better.
Was better than all them songs.
He dropped those 3 songs and got his coin. We haven't seen this nigga since.
Yeah.
When you hear Slow Down, grab the wall,
wiggle like you trying to make your ass fall off.
What? Just
hella think I wanna pass the ball now. Right. Speed up. Gas pedal. That was my song in high school. Like, seriously.
Okay. Some people might be triggered. I don't know. The Parkers is better than Moesha. What the Parkers and Moesha? Moesha was a popular 90s show. It had a spinoff called The Parkers of Moesha's best friend Kim and her mother. Me personally, I think The Parkers is better. Moesha, it ended with
nothing.
Several cliffhangers. Gave us nothing to end. Just end. We don't know where the fuck Miles is at. He's somewhere. he's somewhere kidnapped somewhere. We don't know where the fuck, what's his name? Well, I think his name Derr Ent. We don't know where this nigga at. Like, we don't know. Moesha picked either Hakeem or Q. Like, we need them answers. And plus the theme song I like better than Moesha.
Yeah, it's the podcast.
Dang, mama. Come join us.
So my next one says all YouTubers are clout chasers. People sit here and say, oh, you're just looking for clout. Duh. Come on now, I have to be trendy. I have to keep the content, the money, the views, the engagement coming. Like, every YouTuber is a clout chaser. Hence why when something happens on the internet through celebrities or whatever, commentators be the first one to talk about it, because guess what? For the first, we're the clout chasers. Like, I'm usually never the first because I be slow. I like to look at things and then be like, okay, let me see what we about to do.
A lot of my subscribers wanted me to talk about the Shane Dawson and the Jeffree Star situation.
See, I don't even know what goes on. I don't even know who Shane Dawson is until I watch your videos. So that's that's the thing, clout chasing right then and there, because there are black people, like you said, like yourself, who don't even talk about that, who are talking about it. All YouTubers are clout chasers.
I only did the video just to get some views.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Tyler Perry's plays is so much better than his movies.
I ain't seen the play.
His movies is so mediocre. He haven't really had a good movie since probably Madea Big Happy Family. When it had introduced of Tiana Taylor, when she did that Byron, like that shit. Anywho, Tyler Perry plays is better than his movies because they're just more believable. It's just like,
My next one says, women are not at fault for getting pregnant. Now hear me out, because I know it's not gonna make no sense. In theory, yes, women do play 50% of the role. You lay down, you have sex, you get pregnant. Yeah, that's on you because you allowed that. But if we're being scientifical, let's be real. How is a girl supposed to know that a man has, how should I say this, consummated the situation? How is a girl supposed to know? We don't know. So I feel like a guy has all control with the conception that leads to pregnancy. And women, technically, we could have sex and never know that you do that and get pregnant and be like, oh shit, fuck, what are we gonna do? Well, we never really ask for that in most cases, I would assume. Guys have all control on impregnating. So I guess I should say women are not at fault for the impregnation, even though that's not a word. But in theory, yes, women are at fault. But that's just that.
You do not have to become Greek to get clout in college.
Say it again.
Say it again.
Say it again.
You do not have to be Greek to get clout. That is just, I just don't understand. Like, you can get clout
by so many things.
Sleeping around.
Oh. Stop. I thought you were gonna say something else.
You can get clout by being a DJ, a party promoter, shit, known on campus, academics, or being a BSU president in an org, whatever. You can get clout like that. You don't have to join a frat or sorority to get clout or be known on campus.
I agree. Because to be honest, I did a 5-year bid in college. I never did anything that was gonna really elevate me to be having clout, to have clout. But because I did my own thing, which was different than what other people were doing, like with YouTube, and I was very involved, I feel like I was able to like be known from that. Like people probably know who I am. They probably know, oh, Queen Chioma, YouTube, whatever. But like I did more than just that on campus, and it brought me a lot more exposure. So yeah, there's things that will definitely bring you clout, such as being an athlete or Greek or but guys too, the fuck. But you don't have to go that route if you're looking for that. My final unpopular opinion is just because you prefer to wear a weave does not mean that you hate your natural hair. I'm tired, especially in black women. You feel like you can tell a black girl, oh, because you don't show your natural hair, you have to hate it. No. Because they'd be like, oh, well, what other reason? Why don't you want to show your natural hair? Because I don't owe you shit, bitch. And I don't even call people, I don't even comfort people like that. I really don't comfort people like that. But honestly, I don't owe you shit. That does not mean that you hate your natural hair. And you're going to be like, oh, well, you're getting so defensive about it. Yeah, I get defensive because it's like, I'm damned if I do, not damned if I don't. If I show you my natural hair, it's, oh, you should do this. Oh, your edges is this. Your hair is thin here. Da, 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 da. It's all these comments. If I wear a weave, oh, you need to embrace your natural beauty. You talk about black beauty. Yeah, and part of black beauty is actually wearing wigs and weaves and extensions. That's something black people created. Not only did we create it, we do the best at it. So I'm going to talk about all types of black beauty. It doesn't just have to be the natural look. But again, just because you wear a weave or prefer to wear a weave does not mean you hate your natural hair. And that is on point blank, period. I said what the fuck I said, y'all.
All black D1 athletes do not just date white girls. They do not just date white girls. Toledo? Yes.
I really don't want to piss anybody off, so I'm just gonna shut up.
I personally think the only reason you be seeing these black athletes with white girls is one, they get a quick fuck because they never experienced with a white girl. That's one. That's probably the biggest reason. The other, most of them comes from an all-black high school.
What does that mean?
Like, most of them come from an all-black high school. Then they go to a predominantly white institution. Then they see all these white girls at their exposure. They're like, let me go try this. Let me do this, that, and the third.
This is why I think men are dumb.
Yeah, but me personally, like, I flipped the switch. After I left my white private racist-ass high school, I said, where the niggas at? I was on the same type time because I went to a white high school. I came around and I said, where the niggas at? Where are they at? And now all I hang out is niggas. I go to black events. I go to black parties.
Same.
All that.
I didn't even make any white friends through college. Now that I think about it, I don't have like any real white friends. Like at all. I mean, you have white teammates. I don't even have that. I didn't make any white friends here. I should have done that because, to be honest, like, you kind of need white people. You need the connections of white people sometimes, depending on what you're doing. You know, all I'm gonna say to that is this. I don't pay those types of black men any attention anyway because usually it's self-hate. I was hoping that you said self-hate because I feel like preference is preference to a certain extent. To a certain extent, preference is preference. There could never be a thing within me as a black woman where I say, you know what, I'm only gonna date white men. I would never base my dating off of the experience experiences of someone in my past because of their race. Because of their actions, yes, but not because of their race. I'm going to shoot for black because I am black. I like the aesthetic of black. I am black, blackity, black. Hell, I'm even Nigerian. I can't even deny anything about me being someone that is black. But I feel like the amount of white girls that take advantage of black men, especially athletes in college, beating over them and being obsessed over them, it's kind of very weird. And I feel like a lot of black men need to really check it. I'm sorry, but if you were doing all that Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, blah, 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 but your girlfriend is white as snow, I'm not saying you are not pro-black, but I'm definitely saying you are not pro-black love. And to me, very questionable.
To be honest, if you have a white significant other, I don't think you're pro-black either. Like, I've been saying this for years. But if you're dating a white person, I don't consider you pro-black.
Because in a way, it's kind of like people were saying in my comments the last thing what I said about how, you know, black people have it hard, and you know how there's so many struggles put against black people in comparison to immigrants and all these types of things. And black Americans here, like ADOS black Americans, have all of these struggles that are still going on. So I could not understand for the life of me, as a black man or a black person, period, why would you date your oppressor? So there has to be a lot of self-reflection within that. It may not necessarily be self-hate, but it's something there as to why you would literally say, I don't like my own, I like the other people, even though these people are oppressing me.
I don't knock a person for
I don't
dating
have a problem with it.
A white person or whatever. Just don't be disrespecting other races just because you date a certain race. I'm not about to go out my way and say, oh, I'm just gonna date a white girl, then knock down black women. I don't operate like that. Nobody should operate like that. It's just nutty to me that people would actually think like this. Good. Kudos to you, you date a white girl. I like black people.
I like black.
Black. Darker the berry, sweeter the juice. I like that black.
I don't know about all that, but yeah. Anyway, so that is it for our unpopular opinions. I hope you guys enjoyed. Derrius, let them know your channel one more time before we go.
UNCLEDERRENT.
Period.
And before we end that, don't be bitter about these unpopular opinions.
I'm gonna say this. I said what I said. You said what we said.
Period.
We said what we said.
And
we meant what we said, and we'll say it again. That goes for everything in this video. So thank you. And we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye, guys.